Hey everybody, welcome back to Susan Lynn Psychic Medium. It's great to see you today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're enjoying this spring weather that we're having and in Texas summer weather that we're having. But anyway, I have a strong message for you from my spirit guides. If you're new here, I get messages from my spirit guides as I'm communicating to you on this video. So it's basically like a light trance or a light channel, if you will. And this morning, they've come through with this message about the economy, also about workers' rights, pay, workers' pay, all of those things. They really want to talk to you about this because now is when we have the power, right? So they give me these messages when it's the best time for you to act. Okay, so it's sort of like, if you remember when you were a kid, or maybe you still do this, when you're in the waves in the ocean and you want to body surf, or maybe you want to, you have a boogie board and you want to paddle and catch that wave right at the right time so that you can ride that thing all the way into the shore. Okay, so this is where we're at. The energy is building. What's happening is that the economy is going to take off. It's going to take off. And unfortunately, there's some pluses and minuses. We'll talk about that, right? The pluses is the economy is going to take off. Jobs are going to increase. You're going to be able to get jobs. If you've been on unemployment, you're going to be able to get a job, no problem, very soon, if not already. So there is that. So that's great. We are being vaccinated at an amazing rate. Hallelujah. That means you're going to be able to go out to the movies or go to events or do different things, right? So that's really great too. We're going to be coming into a summer where maybe we can go watch our kids play baseball, or, maybe we can go to that soccer match or whatever it is. It's really a good thing. It's really a great time. We have in many ways come through the darkness and are now going into the light. Derek Chauvin, or however you say his name, he was guilty yesterday, right? So there's some good things to look forward to. There's a lot of good happening. But what I do, what my guides ask me to do, is to communicate to you, to help you prepare for things coming, and to be in the right place at the right time, so to speak, right? So hopefully if you watch this channel, this is what I've done for you. I've hopefully guided you. My guides have guided you and helped you prepare for things coming in a way that benefits you. So here's what's important. Jobs are exploding. Now here's what they're telling me. Here's the downside of this, but there's power in knowledge. Okay, forewarned is forearmed. So here's what they're telling me. Corporations have taken a shellacking. Well, they think they've taken a shellacking. I mean, you and I both know that they've been profitable, that they've stayed profitable, that the people that have taken the shellacking have been the middle class, the working class, the poor people of America. Those are the people who've really taken a shellacking, okay? But I'm just telling you what the guides, what the universe is telling me that's important for you to know. That is, these corporations feel like they have the American worker in a position that they can take advantage of them. That's it in a nutshell. They feel like they can take advantage of the American worker. They think that this is an opportunity for them to keep wages low or even lower, right? Because people have been out of work. People are hungry to work. People will take a job paying anything, number one. Number two, if you're already in a job and you've been in a job the entire time of this pandemic, you will notice that you're doing maybe 3 times the work that you used to do before the pandemic. Maybe before the pandemic, you were doing 1.5 times. Maybe they should have already hired somebody to do half of the work you're doing. Or maybe they should have already hired somebody to do a whole nother 100%. Maybe you're doing the work of 2 people. So going into this summer, they're going to continue that, except for that during the pandemic, you're now doing the work of 3 people. Okay. And what do you feel? You feel you're lucky to have a job. I'm just lucky to have my job, right? I know I'm doing the work of 3 people, but I have a job. I'm working from home. There's a lot of pluses here. I'm going to put up with it because of these things. So do you understand that energy? It's the energy of they have you under their foot and you have put up with it for a year because you felt like there was extenuating circumstances that made it in your best interest to put up with that. But now those extenuating circumstances are going away, but their foot's not going to come up. So the reason that I'm giving you this information, the reason that I'm giving you this video is for you to know, for all workers to know, you guys have a ton of power. And you have personal power. You have personal power. If you are coming out of this pandemic and you've kept your job and you're basically an employable skill set, but you're doing 2 or 3 times the work that you should be doing, you're covering other areas. You're just taking on other responsibilities because, you didn't want to rock the boat during a pandemic. Well, they're not going to magically say, oh, Susan, you've been doing the work of 3 people. Here, we're going to hire 2 more people and you're going to go back to normal. That's not going to happen, folks. That's the whole reason behind this video. They're looking at you going, well, my God, Susan did the work of 3 people. Let's just keep doing that. Okay, so this is your message. Your message is leave. Your message is to empower yourself. If you're being taken advantage of, dust off your resume, dust off that interview outfit, and get your butt out there and start talking to other businesses. Okay, because there's no reason for you to be taken advantage of. There's no reason for you to be taken advantage of. If there's another company that's going to pay you the same amount of money for doing one job, then you need to go to that company. And in this way, if we all started saying, yeah, the pandemic is over now, I expect that I'm going to be treated differently. And when we're not treated differently, then we just, like I said, dust off that resume and that interview suit and get your butt out there on the open market and see what's out there. Just see what's out there, folks. And see what's out there in May. Check again in July. Check again in August. Check every month. Keep putting yourself out there. Because here's the thing. There are going to be so many new businesses coming on board that are going to be filling vacant gaps, where businesses went out of business or whatever. There's just going to be an amazing amount of growth, honestly. And there's no reason for you to stay in this position if you're being taken advantage of. There's going to be places for you to go. So my advice for you is to have your own personal empowerment and continue to look out there for avenues for you to increase your wages, increase your knowledge, increase your level of employment, whatever it is that you want to do, increase that. Do not be taken advantage of. You don't need to be taken advantage of. I'm telling you right now, the energy suggests that the American workers this summer, and they're saying for the next 16 months, will be treated as if the pandemic is still ongoing, even though it's not. And what does that do? What that does is if they can keep wages here and put profits here, then they can make up some of this ground that they lost during the pandemic. They're going to take it out on your back. Okay? So this is a strong message because I wasn't going to do a video this morning. And they just came to me and they said, you need to tell people, my viewers, listen, I do this for you guys. So you get the benefit of spirit guides, guiding you and telling you and giving you a heads up. They want you guys to value yourselves. And I think they've mentioned this before. If you need to go out and get a new skill set, go get a new skill set. If you need one certification to increase your pay scale, go do that. You're an asset. You're an asset. You have value. Put yourself on the open market and see who's going to pay the most money for that asset. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't let them take advantage of you because they really are. They're going to take advantage of tens of thousands of people, millions of people. But let's let you guys have this knowledge from our spirit guides that want the best for us. And let's let our community thrive. Let's let our community not be some of those people that get taken advantage of. Okay. So you have this information. The last thing I will say is that if you are many people that I speak to in readings, and I am blessed. You guys have spoiled me because I don't have normal readings, as I've said before. I don't have normal readings. I have amazing readings with amazing people. Amazing. Many of you are waking up, are having wild experiences. Maybe you woke up 20 years ago, but you put it to rest because you had a family to raise, or you went into the workforce. And now Spirit is saying, knock, knock, knock. Hello, Susan, wake up, knock, knock, knock. And if that doesn't work, they're going to hit you over the head with a sledgehammer. So if that's happening for you, okay, here's what you can do. Like I've said many times, follow your interest. If you're interested in crystals, take a little class on crystals, or find out people who understand crystals. Now we're able to go to our metaphysical shops. Please visit them. My God, if they're still open, please go visit your local metaphysical shop and buy something. Those people have been through hell and back, okay? Support them. Ask for classes. We need our communities. We need to have these communities within our community, right? Your local metaphysical shop is is like the watering hole in the desert. It's the oasis in the desert. Go support them, and encourage them to do classes. Encourage them to do things that will help you and help others. Okay. So whatever you're interested in, follow the interest. That's what you do when you're awakening. You just follow your interest. You just, if you wake up in the morning and you have an interest in whatever it is, check it out on YouTube, check it out on Google, check it out locally if you can, and follow that. Don't be afraid. Just open yourself up to it. Okay. You always have support here on this community. You always have support. We have a beautiful community online. As politics wanes a little bit, we're all going to be offering more metaphysical information for you guys because you're all waking up. Why are you waking up? Let me answer that very quickly. The veil between the worlds is thinning. That's what they've told me. The veil between the worlds is thinning, which means next year, your brother Bob is going to have a visit from your grandfather, and he's going to be freaked the F out, and he's going to be saying, what just happened? And then you, because you've awakened this year, will be able to say, oh, Bob has visited me. It's perfectly normal. You're probably going to see more of this in the future. And let me help you with this, or maybe your coworker will mention something. You're a light worker. I don't know why people don't believe they're light workers. You're a light worker. If you have light in your heart, you're a light worker. You don't have to be special. Nobody has to anoint you. You don't have to be Anunnaki. You're a light worker here on earth. We need you. Our guides keep saying, we need all of you, not just the special people or the different people or whatever it is. It's all of us. We're all light workers. If we have light in our heart and we're ready to help people, and we try not to judge, and we just try to help people, that's all that they're asking for. So you can help people from where you stand right now. You are going to help people. If you want to help people, if you want to help more people, then, for sure, learn tarot, learn crystals, learn hypnosis, past life regression, learn more about psychic, and learn more about mediumship, learn more about angels. Whatever interests you, learn more about that. You don't have to open a business. You don't have to be professional, because the people are going to come to you anyway. It's been preordained. If you're watching me, it's preordained. You're supposed to be a helper. You can be a helper on YouTube. You can be a helper with a website and a business. You can be a helper with just being Betty Joe, working at the corporation and helping people, lift their vibration. We all help people from where we sit, from where we stand, right? If you have a high vibration, you're emanating a high vibration to your office, to your family, to your kids, right? That's helping people. So it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to include opening a business or becoming a professional. It doesn't have to include any of that. You could be helping people by smiling somebody at the grocery store. Do you understand that by smiling somebody at the grocery store, you may have raised their vibration to a degree that they finally seek help for a problem? I know we've all experienced that. We call them angels. We call them human angels. You know, I met this person at the bus stop and they just made me feel different. And then I went home and I called, you know, my mother and made amends. Or maybe I called, maybe I became involved in AA, or maybe I became involved in a class that, you know, whatever. We all have had these experiences, right? We have an impact. We have an impact every single day. So that's the message for today. That's the message they want to give you and me. And I'm so grateful for you. You guys have no idea. You are such a blessing in my life. All of you are such a huge blessing in my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. Sending you love and light. You guys all take care. We'll talk soon.